Unfortunately, Jeff not making that one.
All right, well, right on cue.
Look at these big sets. The biggest sets of the day so far, and they are incredible unridden wave right now.
Oh, my goodness.
That was 8 feet and just barreling all the way, and the rider's just caught out of position on that one.
Surely someone's going to go this one.
Mark's chair in position for this one. Going, is this Dave Winchester? This is Dave Winchester, Andrew Lester in the third quarterfinals. Dave going up and over for a big looping roll.
Out the back, we have a bomb wave coming through for Lester as well.
Andrew Lester. Let's see how he rides this one. Still riding as Dave Winchester getting an inside barrel. Kind of come out. I think he does a big looping roll. And pulls out. So Andrew Lester didn't get away with it in the back, but he's got priority and for
well,
good exchange
it's all
there.
happening here live from Arica, folks. We're probably going to have a look at a couple of replays, but whilst we do, Mark, you can talk us through it, and I'm going to jump out of this chair and hand it back to Manny Vargas to drive us home on this final day live from the Arica Chilean Challenge, all thanks to Stealth and BSC. Thanks, Mark. Appreciate it.
Cheers, how's that? So we see the first replay. This is the first wave ridden. Dave Winchester joining a nice long bottom turn with a big roll. That's going to be a good-looking wave. Pops it a little reverse there. That's all they want to see it close to the pocket. As close as you can get to that foam ball is the most critical section. And he eyes out that end ball, gets a nice barrel, comes out, and exits with a roll. That's going to be a really good wave and a really good score for Dave Winchester. So we just wait for this last wave, this little exchange to drop in from Winnie. But it has been confirmed, and unfortunately Jeff Hubbard falling short there in the last dying seconds. He needed a 5.68, I think, and he got a 5 points, and just falling short. And he's going to be very gutted. He's been a man that's been on fire, Jay. He's won every single hit leading up to it. And up and riding in yellow, Andrew Lester from Australia, Cronulla, local. And that one just ran away from him a little bit. Didn't have much to offer, and it looks like he would lose priority as Dave Winchester's a little bit further out. So it does look like we're going to be seeing Pierre-Luc Costes take on Guilherme Tamega in the first semi-finals.
Whoa.
That's going to be one to watch. Just like all these heats off from these quarterfinals have been incredible. Mitch Rawlins, you know, we've seen him go out along with Jeff Hubbard in the second quarterfinals. Currently in the water, Dave Winchester, Andrew Lester, and we see the first waves of Dave Winchester drop in. It's a 7.67. Excellent wave for Dave Winchester and a great way to open up his account here in the third quarterfinals. The last day of the Arica Chilean Challenge, brought to you by Stealth and co-sponsored by BSC.
Mark McCarthy holding it down. I better watch out for my job. Make sure I better sign that contract before you step up, man. Great to hear you on the mic. Here we go. Live action. Andrew Lester answering back, coming down, looking for a section. Finds a nice little pocket. Oh!
Nice,
looks like it
just
did not pull it off, though.
Oh, it's those rights got very rippy at the moment. Unfortunately, he must have just caught a rail or hit a chop, and just under 21 minutes to go now, and Dave Winchester sitting all sweet with this first looking wave of a 7.67. I don't know if you saw the Manny, but wow, what a great little opener for Dave Winchester. Combat that wave from the start to the end, rode it perfectly, and getting well rewarded. Just under an excellent score. He has a replay of last of Andrew Lester's.
Andrew Lester, as you can see, he's already looking for a section either to get barreled or to do a maneuver, and he finds actually both, a little pocket ride and goes into, I want to say an ARS or a backflip for sure. We're going to have to get a different angle to see exactly what he went for, but the judges do have an eye on, they have a better angle than we do here. But this looks like, I believe, a rematch of the Shark Island Challenge of either the last event where Dave Winchester won, and Andrew Lester losing in his hometown.
This is Andrew Lester lost, I think, in the last few minutes. So it will definitely be an occurring memory.
So he's harboring some bitterness for sure. He wants revenge. He wants payback. Andrew Lester, look at that. 6 points and a 2.17. He needs another solid scoring wave because Dave Winchester right now is sitting on his 7.67.
So, yeah, it did seem like as if he landed that, he would have pulled out the last second. So the judges seen that as a land, that ARS. Yeah, they might have probably got a better angle on it as we were watching the screen. And they got the straight on angle, so they probably would have seen that as a land, and he probably pulled out and got a nice score, 6 point and a 2.17, pushing him up into first place. So now, Andrew Lester's holding down first. Dave Winchester only needs a 0.5 to move into first, so not much of a ask for him. Here's Tomago, he's pumped.
Oh man, he's been yelling ever since he got out of the water. He knows how hard his last two heats were. Omri Laverne and Jeff Hubbard. Those are definitely some tough contending heats right there. And who is that guy with the jacket? I mean, he's been around. He's obviously a Brazilian supporter.
I think it's I met him yesterday. He's such a legend. I met him in Brazil a few years ago. It's Rogério, I think it is, if I'm mistaken. I'm sorry, but he's absolute legend of a guy. He follows around all the Brazilians, and he's like the coach, the mentor, gets him psyched up for the heat. I see them in the morning. They all get together and have a little pray, and he's a good guy to have on your side, I reckon.
Yeah, I'm kind of bummed that I haven't met him yet, and if I have, actually, no, I would have remembered him for sure. So hopefully I get to meet that guy before we head over to Brazil. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here on Isla Alacran, just outside of Arica, with 18 minutes, 47 seconds remaining of quarterfinal heat number 3 out in the water. Andrew Lester and Dave Winchester. Dave Winchester in the red, and here's a look, Andrew Lester.
Andrew Lester picking up one of these little small looking lefts, deciding not to go. As the tide is picking up here, it seems like these lefts are closing out. We're not going to have too many more left being ridden because, we can just go over.
All right, Mark, check it out. We do have the winner of the last heat with Alex Leon. Alex, where you at, brother?
Yeah, thanks, Manny. Down here with a pumped-up Galami Tamiga, mate. Well done. Knocking Jeff Hubbard off his pedestal, buddy.
I knew that was gonna be tough. But I did it. Just gotta keep up the energy, bro. And now Pierre.
Now Pierre, PLC, current world champ.
Yeah.
You won here last year, mate. You're going well. You're up, made the semis now. It's going to be a showdown, isn't it?
Yeah, I just tried to do the same recipe as last year. I know the wave is not even close to last year's waves, but you gotta keep the momentum high. You just gotta keep the energy high, no matter how the waves are.
And you got a good crowd here. You got all the Brazilians here cheering you on. I'm sure you got most of Brazil watching too and backing you.
Yeah, totally. Dá beijo aí pra minha esposa, meus filhos. Amo vocês, minha mãe, Fred, Adriano, papai, todos aí. Amo vocês, a luta continua, galera. Woo!
That's Tamiga. He's an absolute animal. He's going to go all the way, aren't you, buddy?
Yeah, I will.
Well done, mate. We'll see you in the semis up against Pierre very shortly. Back to you, Manny, in the booth.
Wow, I would not want to be PLC facing off GT in the semifinals. He's hungry and he's pumped. Guilherme Tomega winning that last heat against Jeff Hubbard.
Yeah, he knows it would. Beating Jeff would have been a big thing for him. Jeff's been on form, and wow, that was incredible. He went down to the wire, and we did see Jeff Hubbard falling short, getting a 5 point. He needed a 5.8 here, a nice little invert on the left, but I think the size of the wave was a pretty critical factor.
I was out on the down on the ground floor, and I just was able to see a couple waves that came through, but I didn't get a chance to see the entire heat. But I heard it was a nail biter for sure. So thank you once again, everybody, for tuning in all over the world. This is the Stealth Arica Chilean Challenge, and we do have some trying times right now for the big wave riders, and the technical riders have to put on the gas because this is it. We're looking at 3 to 4, occasional 5-foot wave coming in at El Gringo. So they have their work cut out for them, and Mother Nature is not really being very consistent either, but we do have pretty mellow winds compared to yesterday.
Yeah, we've been graced with a bit of a glassy day today. Obviously, the overcast is definitely helping the fact that this day we could go all the way.
Yeah, so Alex Leon coming back up to the top deck here, and he's just tripping out on how pumped up Guilherme Tomega is. He started yelling from the water's edge. Here we go.
Andrew, let's have a look at that one, pulling out. Just 15 minutes left. It looks like he's going to...
Well, Alex Leone, he's saying that Guillermo Tamega may need a straitjacket because he looks like he's eating away at the scaffolding. There they are in the competitors area. GT and Jeff Hubbard having a little chat right there. I wonder what are they saying to each other?
Yeah. It's not easy losing, doesn't matter what situation you're in. And Jeff's got his guy, just bite the bullet in this one, and it's refocused, joined the car. Been in this bus for a day now, or a day and a half. Along with the other riders, has been knocked out. It's not a great feeling to lose, and especially to lose in your first heat of the final day here. But I would see Tamega going up against PLC, which is going to be a great show.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are winding down the quarterfinals out in the water currently. Andrew Lesser leading the charge with 4 waves under his belt. His 2 top high-scoring waves, a 6 and a 2.17. Dave Winchester, he only has 1 wave, but that 1 wave is a solid 7.67. 13 minutes remaining in this 25-minute heat. And we're going to watch quarterfinal number 3, 4, and then jump right into the semifinals and finish off with the finals today. So the waves definitely contestable, and the guys are throwing it down.
Yeah, it does seem like these lulls are getting longer and longer, and Dave Winchester will be actually stoked that he got the best of that first exchange, getting one of the better waves of the morning, getting himself a 7.67 on that first wave. He is in second, only needs a 0.5, but he'll be looking at better in that position. It's only 13 and a half minutes left, so he'll be looking at getting a big score still. With Andrew Lester getting a 6 on his first wave and a 2.17. We have the riders in the last quarterfinals. This is going to be an incredible heat. Ben Player, Mark Stewart. Mark Stewart, 9-time world champion. Ben Player, 2 times world champion.
These two guys combined will have some of the best rail-to-rail maneuvering on their boards in this quarterfinal. It's going to be very interesting to see how this one pans out with Ben Player and Mike Stewart. Ben Player and Mike Stewart, definitely 2 riders that, you cannot keep your eyes off. Don't take your eyes off the screen in this next heat. Ben Player, we all know that he has very technical moves, very clean lines. Mike Stewart, he's a tube riding master, but not too many barrels out there to be had, so it's going to be very interesting to see.
It's a funny fact. It is a funny fact, but somehow Mark always seems to find those barrels.
Yes.
He doesn't even need much of a wave, and you can find the pocket. He can sit himself, and he's a barrel riding god. If there's anyone that's going to find a barrel out there, it'll be Mark.
Yeah, I totally agree, and don't go anywhere. That heat is coming up next, but we still have 12 minutes remaining in quarterfinal number 3. Are you all right? You've been drinking water nonstop since you got in the hot seat. Manny V here with Mark McCarthy holding it down for quarterfinals heat number 3 out in the water. Dave Winchester versus Andrew Lester. Andrew Lester is in the yellow. Dave Winchester in red. Andrew Lester taking a look.
Andrew Lester having a look at the smaller inside one, deciding he's going to go at this one. It's not a bad looking wave. It's going to offer him a little ball here. Goes up and over. Big looping roll. Andrew Lester favourite. Going again. Let's see if he's going to get another little nugget. And that's all she wrote for Andrew Lester. It's going to help his cause. He's going to drop in his worst score. It's currently a 2.17. So we'll be looking at getting in the 5. I would expect in the 5 ranges for this wave.
So even though it was a smaller wave, it was a smart move to
up and over, and that's full extended arm. I love the way he lands with his whole, his body on top of his board, and up and over again for a nice, small-looking roll to end the wave. So it's not, you don't see two moves written on these left, 2 waves, actually 2 moves on these lefts because it's so short. But it does seem like he got a 5.67 for the last wave. So it's helping his cause, and now Winnie's going to need only a 4.8 to move into second. Yeah. Tamega, very happy Tamega at that.
He's pumped. I think this is the most he's been pumped in a long time. So he is your 2011 Arica Chilean Challenge winner, and here he is on pace to do it again.
Yeah, he's focused. He
understands.
Strangely enough, he did the pipe event. He went alright there. He got knocked out in the quarterfinals. Actually, he got 4th in the semis. And then deciding he wants to have a break and he didn't show up for the box event. And I asked him about that. I said, why didn't it's such an important event. Why don't you go? He goes, I've been doing this for so long. I just wanted a break. I wanted to try a different tech. He wants to come pumped. He wants to get angry at himself, and he wants to come out to Arica, and he wants to do well, and he wanted to use all the energy that he had for the box event and bring it out here, and this is what he's done.
Have you ever done that before, where you either got hurt or you just take a break from going out every single day, and then you come back and you're like in a whole different realm?
Yeah, it does. I mean, obviously he's worked with Tamaga. He's been home and he's charged his batteries, and this is another man that's looking strong, and he's a long-looking wave here for Winnie. He's going to go up and over.
Oh.
Bam! Aris. Oh, it's incomplete, I would have to say, because he landed that. His legs got stuck in there, and he didn't want out of that foam. I think he just needed to keep us cool there a bit, Winnie, and he pops those backflips all day in his free surf. You see a nice looking line for this one. He's generating that speed. He's eyeing out that end ball. Nice bottom turn. Up and over for kind of a mix in between Aris and backflip there. He landed straight back into the pocket. Unfortunately, the power of the wave pushed his board down. He couldn't get that forward momentum to push him out. So it's going to be an incomplete wave for Dave Winchester. But let's see what the judges say.
8 minutes, 50 seconds remaining in heat number 3, quarterfinal number 3 out in the water. Coming up next, you're going to see Mike Stewart and Ben Player, so don't go anywhere. Thank you all for tuning in from all over the world. Carl, we know you're watching. Jad in Morocco. Ryan, we got a critic on our hands. Sunshine Coast Bodyboard Club, they're all tuned in with a couple frosty ones watching in Down Under. I know it's very late over there. Kirby, what's up, girl? We need to somehow figure out how to get you on the world tour. Martin, PLC, and Winnie Finals, what he's claiming.
Yeah, it's we do see a comment there from Ryan O'Connor just saying he's blowing up. He reckons that Jeff should have got the 6 at least an hour ago, but I'd have to agree but disagree at the same time. Conditions do change, and unfortunately the judge have to change the criteria. We just see the loss of. I mean, if we had to give Jeff a 6 for that wave, I mean, what are we going to give? What are we going to give Tamaga for first wave? We'd have to give him a 10. So they've boxed themselves up a little bit. They don't want to box themselves up. They've got to be consistent. They've got to they've got to compare waves, and that's what the judges have done. They've got to compare that first wave of Tamaga's, which is his best wave, to the loss of Jeff's. And unfortunately, that's how it worked out for them. And I think it was a good score, and unfortunately, it wasn't enough for Jeff. And we do see some big lines coming through here.
Oh,
seems that Leicester does have priority. He's in first place, and it's a good-looking wave at that. And he didn't go on that first one. He reckons the second one's going to be better. It's been the best.
It looks like it could be. Look at this thing coming in from the outside. Andrew Lester is in position. Is he going to let this one go too?
Oh, he lets it go, and Dave Winchester's going to pick up the scraps.
All right, Dave Winchester.
Here's Winnie going up and over for big roll. He's going to want to pop in a little reverse over there. He has to stick with this one. He needs an exiting move. He goes to the end ball. This is the why Winnie just always finds these things. And, wow, good way for Winnie. I think that could have been a bit of a mistake there for Andrew. Andrew looking at his worst wave as a 5.67. He probably could have betted on that if he rode it well. But he has a replay of the last of red, Dave Winchester.
Dave Winchester, he knows that he has to make up for his lowest scoring wave at 2.5, and he right off the bat he does so with a nice big roll. Comes out into the flats, a nice reverse spin. He knows he has time to line something up. Comes around the section. There's a little lip right there, and he goes for another roll right there. So Winnie putting together everything he can on that wave, and another reverse right there. So a long, nice, clean, drawn-out combination of maneuvers on that wave. And Dave Winchester, score is dropping. I'm going to say it's going to be in the high 5s or in the 6s for sure.
Yeah, the score has dropped, and that's exactly that at the 6.77. So now making things really difficult for Andrew Lester. Andrew now needs an 8.44. With 5 minutes and 40 seconds remaining, can Andrew Lester find a winning wave? He's going to need a big one. He's going to have to go all out on it.
Situation changed. Dave Winchester now on top ahead of Andrew Lester in this heat. 8.44. 5 minutes remaining. Andrew Lester, can he do it?
We've seen all these last 9 minutes. These last 5 minutes have kind of lulled out on everyone, but let's hope we can get some action in here.
Once again, welcome everybody to the Stealth Arica Chilean Challenge presented by BSC. Liam, we know you're tuned in. Ella Varas, thank you for watching. And Andres Schwab is tuned in from Wollongong, but he is from Peru. What's a Peruvian doing in Australia? Well, anyways, Dylan, thank you for tuning in. Everybody else who has tuned in, we got a huge long list, and we have Ivan tuning in from Panama once again. Aaron, Alex, Brendan, Ahmed, thank you all for tuning in. This is the Stealth Arica Chilean Challenge. Manny V here with Mark McCarthy, winding down the last 4 minutes and 30 seconds of quarterfinal number 3. Dave Winchester ahead of Andrew Lester by a mere, well, no, actually, it's a pretty big score that Andrew Lester is on the hunt for, 8.44.
Andrew Leslie is at 8.44. The last time these guys served against each other was probably a year ago in the Shark Island Challenge, where we saw Dave Winchester taking Andrew Lester out in the last 5 minutes. Can we see Andrew Lester take Dave Winchester out in this one?
This is revenge going down right now. Can Andrew Lester do it?
I think it's up to the waves right now. He'll be sitting out there. He knows he has to wait. He has to wait for the big-looking set, and he'll wait patiently. And if he gets a wave, he's going to have to go balls to the walls on it. He has to go broke. He has to go big. He needs to get an excellent score. He needs to get almost the best scoring wave of the day so far, 8.44. This is going to be the best. Is it the best wave so far he's going to have to get?
He's going to have to dig deep, because that's going to be a tough high-scoring wave that he's going to have to look for. I mean, you know what? Again, Mother Nature has to be on your side. If you can deliver, if Mother Nature delivers that wave, then he will have the chance to go for that 8.44 wave, but it's really up to the water gods.
It's up to the water gods, and the water gods seem to love winning out here, because he is currently in first there with a total score 14.44. His top 2 waves, a 7.67 and a 6.77. Dave Winchester hasn't finished less than a third out here, so he's looking like he's going to be advancing up into that second quarterfinals. And once again, making it, like 6 times in a row that he's made it to the semifinals, if not winning the event.
2010, Dave Winchester took this event in the final against none other than Amaury Laverne, who unfortunately has come to Guilherme Tamega in round number 6. That was an intense heat. Just Guilherme and Amaury picking off these little punchy lefts, but in the end, it was Guilherme Tamega advancing on, and also taking out Jeff Hubbard in quarterfinal number 2. Don't go anywhere. Mike Stewart and Ben Player are coming up next, but currently out in the heat. 2 minutes remaining. We have Dave Winchester ahead of Andrew Lester. Andrew Lester in search of a high-scoring 8.44. With 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Can he do it? Wow, it looks absolutely flat out there.
Looks flat. Looks good for wakeboarding maybe right now, but as we do see, those sets do pop up from nowhere. It's quite a deep channel out there. It's where all the fishing boats come across. It doesn't break at all. It's like almost like a deep channel. And then once it comes to the inside shelf, we can the waves kind of show itself. And then when the waves do pick up, we've got about 10 seconds to position yourself to ride the wave. So if you just joined us, it seems like the conditions today have changed a lot. There's a lot more open rights, and the lefts are shutting down on us. With the tide getting a little bit higher, there are a lot less lefts being ridden. Just mainly because there's not much water on them, and it's breaking right on the shelf, so you barely can get a bottom turn on. Well, these guys here have all moved over to the right, and I'm sure the guys in the next seat have checked that out and would be opting for the same. So it's right now it seems like there's probably we've seen in this seat, in the previous heats, there's only one really amazing wave ridden in the sets or in the heats pretty much. So wave choice is critical, and I don't know who's going to go the best wave choice, Mark or Ben. They're both pretty incredible in this next one. They can pick all the good ones. With 45 seconds left, Andrew Lester looks like the ocean has gone flat for him, and unfortunately he won't have another go. Just under 30 seconds now left.
Mark Webster from Tasmania tuning in. Johnny Bridges in Hong Kong as well. Charles Harris and Chainsaw, what up? Kieran, Brandon, Aaron, thank you guys all for tuning in. David, And I think some of these names have been familiar. I mean, they've been tuning in from day number 1 of the trials, but look at this. Could be some action out the back. Yellow turning around. Andrew Lester, 10 seconds. This could be the last wave of the heat. Isn't it? 8.44 ride.
He's pulling in. He needs to get into the barrel. He needs to do something. Oh,
no. That's the second time we've seen the last wave ridden possibly.